Welcome to the Green Room on Casting Workbook. I'm Natasha Gargiulo. What would you do with 3 wishes? That's the question that George Miller asks in his heartfelt fantasy, 3,000 Years of Longing. Think Aladdin for adults. It stars Tilda Swinton as a professor who releases a genie from a bottle, played by Idris Elba. And the actor says that creating the language and also starring in the film is his most satisfying role yet.
Big key decisions for us is what he sounded like. You know, as it's 3,000 years of longing, 3,000 years of language. And for us, that was like, for me, it was a huge challenge, but it was also one of the most satisfying things I've ever done in my career. It's really important that even down to how, what he looked like, we went through a few stages of what he might look like, different noses, different ears, stuff like that. And George kept sort of going, I'm not sure. I think we should just peel it back. Because what George wanted and what I guess we all sort of ended up encouraging was ourselves, this sort of inside-out performance, this thing that's coming from Idris, from Tilda, into this story.
But I think for us, it's quite a thing to think about. Someone who really doesn't want anything. And I think when Idris so rightly talks about equilibrium, what that speaks to is that they are both in a way, they're both, it's not that they're solitary, but they're both unsocialized in a way. They're both in their own, just as he's been in a bottle for 3,000 years, she's been in a sort of bottle as well, of her own making. And they come together, in my view, in a very healthy relationship.
And they actually became the characters for me. I kept on thinking of them as Alethea and the Jinn. And now, today, this very day, I meet them again. There's Idris, and I'm thinking, that's not Idris. That's not the real Idris. The real Idris is the Jinn. And with Tilda, exactly the same. It's a really weird feeling, and I've never quite had that before.